Katie, thanks for joining us again this week.
Thank you, Dr. Curt. I've got a 15-minute segment with a couple of great testimonials to share today on our flagship product, which is the Sisel Age Pill. Absolutely love this product. And really, Curt, you can build a business just around this product alone.
You sure can. Well, Katie, I'll let you talk about product, and I won't spend any time talking about product. And for those of you that just joined us, my name is Dr. Curt Fiznick. A lot of people just call me Doc Fizz. You know, when Dr. Oz got to be a prominent name here in the United States, a buddy of mine, he said, you should be Doc Fizz. And I thought, I like it. So I became Doc Fizz then, and that was about, I'd say about 10 years ago or so. But, you know, a lot of people, when they get involved with Sisel and they find out that I'm a doctor, they think that I'm here just because I promote the products. And I love the products. Don't get me wrong. I love the products. I wouldn't be with Sisel if it wasn't for the fantastic products that we have. But I got started with Sisel for another reason. You see, 15 years ago, August 27th, 2007, I was involved in a really bad motorcycle wreck. I was riding my Harley down the street and a guy decided to run a stop sign, T-boned me, hit me at about 65 miles an hour. I woke up after being in a coma for a couple of days, and the first thing the doctor said was, we got to cut your leg off. If we don't cut your leg off at the hip, chances are you're not going to walk again. And you know, they gave me 10 minutes to think about it, and I decided to keep my leg. I spent the next 2 years doing my own rehab program. I came up with it myself because the program that they designed for me really wasn't doing anything. It really wasn't working, folks. And so I just designed one of my own, and lo and behold, yeah, I was able to get out of the wheelchair and start walking. And I still have a limp. I'll be honest with you. I still have a limp. I'll probably have a limp the rest of my life, but I don't have any pain, and I'm walking on my own leg. To me, that's important. I don't take any painkillers. I don't take anything except for natural. I use CBD for the little bit of pain that I have, a little bit of discomfort. But I got involved with network marketing because when I got in my motorcycle wreck, I couldn't go back to my work in my clinic. I couldn't be on my feet all day long to treat my patients. And at that time, I was taking painkillers. And, you know, I would have headaches so bad that I wouldn't even get out of bed. I'd be in bed for days because I was just wiped out. But I had 3 teenage boys at home, and I had to figure out a way. How do I generate an income? How do I make enough money that I can support myself and my family? And the doctors, you know, and then the counselors at the hospital, they said, well, you can go on Social Security, you can go on disability insurance. And then I thought, no way. There's not enough money in that system for me to live the lifestyle that I wanted, that I'd gotten accustomed to. So I contacted a couple friends of mine that were involved in network marketing, and they said, find a company that you can wrap your arms around, something that you can say, hey, this is me. This, you can brand it. And I want to point that out. Last week, I spent quite a bit of time talking about that, building belief. And I really believe that it's a primary thing when you're doing something, is that you have to realize that people don't buy products. People don't buy a company. People buy you. And if you don't have that belief in yourself, if you don't have that belief in what you're doing, it's not going to work. If you're only 50% of the way, if you're only 70% of the way there, you have to figure out what's holding you back. What's making it so that you're not at 100%. If you're at 80 or 90%, you're almost there. There's one little thing that's holding you back. What is it? Get in touch with me. Get in touch with the person that sponsored you. And let's try and work this out. Let's try and get you to that 100%, because if you're at 100%, I'll tell you what, you're going to find that it's easier, and you're going to find that more people are going to want to join you because they can tell. People can tell when you're not quite there. You know, the difference between being there and being not quite there is just a little bit. What can we do to get that? And I'll tell you, Katie's going to share some testimonials on one of our flagship products. It's called the Age Pill. This product came out just a number of years ago, and it quickly became one of our #1 products. Why? Because it works. And the last couple of years, you know, we've been dealing with this pandemic. A lot of companies out there in the market, not just network marketing companies, but a lot of companies like big names like Coca-Cola and Kraft and names like that, they can't get ingredients to make their products. We couldn't get some of the ingredients to make our product. And I know with our multiple vitamin, it's called Compass 360. There was one ingredient that we couldn't get, so we couldn't put the product on the market. And there was another ingredient that was similar, but not quite as potent. And we could have put that in there. But Tom Jr., the CEO, the president of the company, he said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put an inferior ingredient in our product. Even though our distributors wouldn't know, we're not going to do that, because that's not what we stand for. And to me, that helped me even, I mean, my belief was 100, it was there already. But knowing that, it just solidified that much more that I'm in the right company, because when you have a company that they won't cheapen their products, even if it means not being able to sell the product, that's important. Think about that. That's important, isn't it? It's important to me. It's got to be important to you. And you have to have belief in what you're doing. I believe in Sisel, and I think that not only is the company going to have the best year they've ever had, last year was the best year that they've ever had in the 14 years that they've been in existence, but I think this year is going to be even better than last year. It's already growing into that, but not just for them, but for you and me and everybody that's involved. But you have to build your belief first. If you don't believe that it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. If you're only 50% of the way there, it's not going to happen. So enough about that. What I want to say is that, okay, so every week I jump on this call. Katie and I do this call every week. And part of it is I'm trying to get people to take a look. There's a lot of people, maybe you've just heard about Sisel. And I want to get you to take a look. And I'm going to tell you this, the things that you hear, they're true. We are that company. But not only are the things that you're hearing true, but the thing about it is that chances are it's better than what you've ever heard. And I want you to take a look, and a second look, and a third look. But when you're building this business, I'm not going to go through the entire compensation plan. I'm just going to say this: no matter what company you're with, if you're with XYZ company or ABC company or whatever company you're with right now, and you're taking a look at what we have over here, every company has what I'm going to call the building block in their compensation plan. They have a unit of building. I call it building a brick, like a brick in the wall. You build one brick, then you build another one, then you build another one, and you build your company based on that. And with the bricks that we have with Sisel, the way the compensation plan is designed is you go out and you find 3 people. You find 3 people who have 100% belief in what they're doing. You help those 3 people go out and find 3 people. So 3 times 3, that's 9. And now you help those 9 people go out and find 3 people each. That's another 27. So you got a total of 39 people in your organization. That's the brick. That's how we build this. That's the building block of our entire company as far as our compensation plan. You find 3 people, okay? Who couldn't find 3 people? According to the top iconic figures in network marketing industry, they tell us that everybody can find 3. So let's just go with that. We find 3 who find 3 who find 3. That's 39 people out in your organization. And then we build that with a operating costs, right? I'm going to use traditional business terminology. And you have operating costs, and you have startup costs, you have monthly overhead, And it's roughly about $350 to build that each month. So a little bit more than $10 a day, including shipping, everything like that. And you find 3 people who do the same thing. And they find 3 who find 3. And you're going to make somewhere between $800 to $2,000 a month. And it's a range because I can't make any claims. I can't make any medical claims on the product, but I also can't make any financial claims. I can't say, hey, this is how much you're going to make, Bob. This is how much you're going to make, Stuart. This is how much you're going to make, Mary. No, I can't do that. But what I can do is I can say, if you do this correctly and you go out and you find those 3 people who get the belief, and they go out and find 3 people who do the exact same thing, and you build it on buying that 300 PV worth of products each month, you're going to generate an income of anywhere between $800 to $2,000 per month every single month. And I'll tell you what, based on United States statistics, that's enough money that it'll save 50% of people from going into bankruptcy. Right now, if we take a look at the world economy, we're hurting. I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday. She said that although she has a job, they've cut her hours back from full-time to part-time. I have another friend that works at a factory. I was just talking to him on Wednesday, and he was saying that they've cut back his hours because of lack of parts. They don't have the parts that they need because of logistics reasons. And he's not working full-time either. So he doesn't have the money. My friend that I talked to yesterday doesn't have the money. Even though they're working what used to be full-time jobs, they're working harder than ever, but they're coming home with less money. On top of that, you go to the grocery store, you go to the gas station, the cost of goods has gone up. The cost of everything is skyrocketing. But yet, half the people I know aren't making as much money as they did last year or the year before. So think about that. If you're looking for a way of generating extra income, I can show you how to do it. Get back to the person that brought you here. Let's talk. Let's figure this thing out.